Imagine being only in post Heavensward and be like, oh yeah, I'm in 6-4. Nah, definitely not me. Definitely not live on twitch.tv. Definitely not. Welcome back, everybody. We have 3.5 for you today. I did not do Alexander yet. No. I want to rush 3.5. And then the goal was to be doing Warring Triad and Alexander. As far as I'm aware, no one's really said interest in doing the Alliance raids on streams, and since Crystal Tower took a while, I figure I'd do the Alliance raids off stream unless there's interest in me doing the Alliance raids on stream for the first time. No, Alexander is not done yet, and the Warring Triad are not done yet. But the Warring Triad are going to be, I mean, I can knock those out pretty quick from everything I've heard. Just do a couple quests, knock them out unsynced. Use a Dish card. So Mr. Amric. I mean, yeah, we haven't really appraised him of the situation, have we? Ruined has been pretty much under some circumstances. Had they seen not formed the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. Back to business. Thank you for bringing these developments and Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the Council of Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as that choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the events of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit some time? Necessary arrangements. Hear the music. It'd have to be synced. Yeah, we'll probably do it synced because I know people want me to hear the music. But, representative who we select will require a suitable escort. Make reference to serve Lou. Handaloo. There we go. Leading your absence. So I think pizza actually arrived, which is unfortunate because I couldn't check. For company Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready for the part to Gridania. I have to envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury, speed you on your way. As your black mage is where black mages were created. That actually kind of interests me. It really does. I'm very, very interested in that. I can smell the food. I can smell it. Let me see where this is going to lead me next. Since they join me at the gates of judgment, ready to depart in the instant the envoy arrives. Short gates of judgment. Ate some cheese pizza, but I want pepperoni. I've actually been keeping Kalamata olives on hand, just because it's like, instead of just going through cans of black olives, I spend like $8 when I can find them on the giant jug of Kalamata olives, and I just eat that shit. It's so good. I just add it to pizza. I think I'll add it on usually after. I won't bake them on there. So you got that cold. A lot of people won't like it because you got the cold olives on there, right? I don't know. I like it. It's kind of neat. Kalamatas just have a different flavor profile as well. Still very, very salty vegetable. I mean, but yeah. Arc of the Worthy. I forgot that's called Arc of the Worthy. I always forget that this is a loading zone that you have to talk to NPC to actually go through. I totally forgot that. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Because I'm starving and I actually need to refill my water anyways, we are going to take a quick break on stream. You'll probably see a cute little transition here in just a second, like maybe a little we'll be right back noise. And after that, I'll be back. I need to take like 10 minutes or so I can go eat or something like that. So bear with me for about the next 10 minutes or so, because I just need something to eat, because I've actually been live for 4.5 hours. Anyways, I will BRB. Joy, if you will. I also didn't realize you kicked me from the call. Hop back in. I like that I just go to eat pizza and I talk to Pants, and I'm just like, man, I'm loving this 3-4 story. And he just responds with, what is this? What's the story? Xenos' best character. I have no context for this, but I hope that I pissed off everybody in chat.
Wait, you don't like my severed head kit?
I hate everything about that. That thing is built wrong. Hi, everybody.
Well, you don't like its tiny hands?
No, it's not. The hands are fine. It's the fucking weird face. I don't like it. It's strange.
You know who this is, too.
I actually really don't. Oh, do I?
You remember that healer that fucked up?
That's bad. If that's true, that's
This is her
bad.
tank.
Oh, that's awful. I hate everything about that. For several nights, my duty to see the military operation. The Asthma could not, in good conscience, make the decision alone. Scarce strand quick statures. Just to understand my friend alas, set your patience further by making a brief stop at the Camp Dragon to give the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud. See if the garrison is ready to defend the border. Like, Amric is making the right call there. Hey, because the healer couldn't adjust. Apparently, I mean, Rev's gonna be the lore aficionado in this department. Like, I don't get it. I don't. That's so fucked. That's so fucked. I need to do Palace of the Dead.
It's so fucked up.
That's so fucked up. I love it though. That's actually kind of cool, but also kind of fucked. Yeah, I think is having some kind of drainage problems. Got to be back on stream. When he had the yeah, no, definitely, yeah, definitely talk to the maintenance guy. Like even if they don't get right back to you immediately, because I know some maintenance guys are, you know, like that, or complex guys are like that. At the very least, you've done your part. Like, hey, look, I don't want to fuck up your shit. Because if you try to fix something yourself, it can actually make the problem like worse. Not saying like you don't have the mechanical ability, right? But if you like try to fix it yourself, they can say, oh well, you damaged our property, and that's not. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, no, 3-4 felt a lot better. It felt a lot more streamlined than some of the ARR stuff. Oh, hi, it's... Hi, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. With the unexpected pleasure of us, some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you'll excuse. Nope, we have business today.
Oh, mulled wine. So good.
I don't think I've had it, actually. I love his pommel. I love his pommel. There's so much leverage on that.
Amarix?
Yeah. No, I love his sword.
Yeah.
Trolls, you suggest we should be sure to communicate these. Anyways, you're saying about wine?
Oh, mulled wine is so good.
I've never had it.
It's really good in winter.
They do have Hunter and chainmail. It's so good. Man servants and chainmail. It's
oh, there's Squire.
Yeah. Really was. Oh, they have a portrait. Oh,
I can get the portrait for the house.
I bet you could. I don't know what some of the portraits are there. Like we have that weird dragon wing thing. I don't understand what that is. I'm sure I will at the time.
Dragon wing?
Yeah. If you walk into the FC house and you turn right, how you see like the TB statue, and you look like straight beyond it, there's a giant portrait with a dragon wing. I don't know what it is. Now you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on.
You got hang in your house, all you legend. Based on French knights. I like it. No, what was it? Urza Scarlet's friend from Fairy Tail. Her plate skirt is actually based on French armor. I love my plate skirt. I'd get a bigger plate skirt. I'd do it. They're efficient. I love them. We're going to the Black Shroud. Okay, that's snookered on you. Do dishes all over once the water drains. Oh yeah, doing dishes especially twice over. I mean, at least if they're soaked, right, it might come off a little bit quicker, a little easier. Yeah, I don't know what I can go to the FC house if I just don't know what it is.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Like you see it though, right?
It's one of my portraits that I bought. I don't remember what it was though.
The stress be not upon it, or the tree of the forest. I mean, I'll go repair my gear at some point pretty quick, and I can show it on stream. I just don't know what it is. Is it some pleasant matters, is it not? This just... I just see Vieira ass in the... Just this...
It's also apparently not a portrait.
Is it not? What is it? Is it like the actual wing? Yeah, it's three-dimensional. Yeah, yeah, you see what I'm talking about. I don't know what it is. I'm glad I'm not the only one looking at it, and I'm just like, huh. Player's title is Lord of the French. That'd be a fucking goated name. Such a modest attire. Wait, does that... Hold up. Does that mean that would break Twitch TOS now? Shit. Can't believe I'm gonna get banned because of Vieira.
Always Oh. I thought you were talking about Enroy's chainmail because remember the French also typically wore their hauberk overneath their chainmail.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking him. He's got two of them. The error of his ways. Fortunately, appears that for persuasion rather. What is this? Vongel's guard prayers with the king is the horse developed almost blinding. Is this the extreme? Bookop tells us that the nocturnally maniacal avatar is now taking calling himself Great King Mogomog the 12th, twice to say the Elder Seed series. Is it? I don't think I unlocked the extreme ever.
I don't think you ever unlocked the extremes, no.
No. Best to expedite matters. There's, I mean, like, I'm gonna have to just deal with it some other way. I think I need to, because I need to talk to him. No? Where's this fucking quest? If it's not him, who is it? With the silent conjurer. It's an altar. Hell? I mean silent conjurer. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong quest thing, aren't I? No, I'm dumb. Don't, that didn't happen. That exchange didn't happen. Hold your Danya, thank you. Look, as long as I don't go to Limsa, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be... in all honesty, though, I think it covers games. Because you can... Especially multiplayer games, right? Remember ESRB? Online interaction's not related by ESRB, right? It's kind of hard to... Kind of actually hard to control players online.
Know what the thing is.
I'm not allowed to know what the thing is? Okay.
No.
I figured it was some sort of, like, monument achievement thing. I thought it might be, like...
The boss later, though.
I thought it was actually going to be, like, Hraesvelgar's wing or something.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I totally didn't... I actually was just totally misreading it. Where the... Yeah, I'm just getting all sorts of fucking lost. Okay, we're seeing the Elder Seeds here. Okay, grats. I know where to go. That's twice. It's okay. I fix. I fix it. You're gonna want to get the things from the guy. I could do that. May as well. I'm good for the moment. I don't need magic. I have plenty of mounts right now. I'll hit them up eventually. Ah, it's Yugiri.
I'm gonna go grab my Christmas event.
Wait, with my escort. Oh yeah, it is snowing, isn't it? Real, the missing signs have not been found. I can't see out of this helmet. There's so much more to discuss. The let's attend to the issue at hand, shall we? I can pat you back. Cool. Go for it. I like Americ's like style. I really like the just the design behind
I bid you
his
welcome,
attire.
Friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
Mm-hmm.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
Yeah. That directly threatens Gridania.
The combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion.
Yeah. I forgot it was the Imperials we were fighting.
Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove.
You've done enough, Amaric. Like, that's... You can't blame yourself.
Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
So she uses shinobi, but the class in game is ninja. Is that just like, are they different things, or am I nitpicking?
I offer you my humble
She is a shinobi class
Gridania
ninja.
welcomes yours.
Okay, so it's a class,
It is
right?
time
Like
we
tuning,
set our
getting, etc.
Well,
contingency plans
yeah.
in motion. Is
She's
the
just
Alliance
high.
agreed?
Okay, that makes sense. That okay. No, I get what's going on here.
Ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
This worries me because we are getting right into the plot line in 3.5. Same thing, different name, IRL. Oh no, yeah, no. There's a duality in the terms IRL. Shinobi, I think, is ancient one, but it refers to what we would classify as ninja.
Will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one.
Mm-hmm.
Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
He's got good insight. I feel like female Lalafell as your Dragoon armor would be an absolute riot. Oh, hi. There are so many cats. Appreciate the back pat. Okay, let me hop over here. Actually, would love to go to Japan. There's actually a single, I think, Shinobi school in Korea as well. Like a single one of them is in South Korea, which is interesting because history. Was able to reach into courts with his heartening development itself. It's prove unfounded. Part Fury Misty. Like, I would absolutely go to one of the Shinobi schools over in Japan because like some of them are just like, yeah, no tourists can go there, right? Would 100% go there. I don't need to stay in Tokyo for like over 2 days. I really don't. There's always Mr. Alice. How wonderful to see this covered. Interruption. I'd hope to thank his serving his rescue for duties called her away. From an ally. I love her. Don't join the conversation and force having me keep to the shadows. Apologies necessary. Mr. Shikira is the most grateful for your interjection when I offered discard support. Historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. So Alliance leader playing the prepared for my impromptu reply. See, I would have to come back because I meet the most interesting people. So I'd probably just go out to eat one day. Probably end up flirting with like the head of the Yakuza's daughter. I need to not go places unsupervised. Not because I seek it out, just because strange things always happen to me. And it's like I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just like I just bumble into weird situations all the time. This might have been like long hair, off cooperation. They'll see here accepts both. I actually like go to Scotland. I'd have probably a similar issue.
Ugh.
I want to go to Scotland, but I probably shouldn't go to Scotland.
I'm not allowed back in Scotland.
I would love to go to Scotland. I think Scotland would like keep me. Trouble does in fact find me. Yes. Empire's the name of Psalm. We're grateful for opportunity to fight at your side. I'm hoping you too. I can be my regrets to the Scions, my friends, who's from Ishgard. It's cold and wet, but it's winter, and I have my window open because I actually like the cold. A simple sorry or thank you. Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? Got him. To adults speak. Nah. Some adults do not overgeneralize that. Sound like their own voice. In any case, but it's clear we should be on our way as well. Like most of the UK, but more Scottish. Yeah. First baby visited the Shroud. I'm curious to know how Happily, Manita fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Has been going on a Balesar's Wall, joining the Rising Stones and on. Mr. Freeze. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm like, it was cold enough that I could actually start finally like sleeping and stuff. Is this not normal? Should I not sleep with my window open in the middle of the winter? I don't know. There was a Twitter post recently that was just like, look, like you people that have your house at like your room at like freezing temperature, and you're able just to like sleep like you with a fan, even in like a freezing room with a fan on you. Like, who hurt you? Like, why are you so cold? Like what? Do you need a hug? I laughed. Also, with the talking's over, I don't understand these council meetings are. I do understand these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? Feel at home in the realm of politics. The people have been known to change. My brother's willing to run his own errands. Anything is possible. Like the option is just random food. It's easy to breathe. Yeah. The fan sound is also great. It's like white noise. Enjoy the bustle as well. I think it's time we head inside. Brother and the others will not be long. I was trying to end last stream going into 3-5 with pizza, but I timed it a little wrong. Warm. It is easier to warm up than it is to cool down. Like, God, sometimes you just
always put on more clothes.
Yeah, you can. It's harder when you're just like, I hate everything. It's so hot and stuffy. Cancel what often some other matter requires attention. No, he's just late. I'm gonna keep you waiting over long. How's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I'll see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tadder is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I'm certain she will make a full recovery. Goodness for that. Yeah, I had pizza in the break. Little intermission. Share with us the council's decision. I do kind of like your Stoller staff. It's interesting. Nations discard included has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Aeson Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. Almost know that the council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I'd like to be the Imperial cop between the resistance. Oh, Yita's gonna have a hard time. She's gonna have a hard time at the end. This might also be a death flag for her. I'm hoping not. Let me say one does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. One does not simply walk into Mordor, get out of here. Quite. To open hostilities would, without due consideration, be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon his reckless course. Recent combat critique. Thank you. I have the next one. It's gonna be I have the next one gonna come up in a couple days. I'm curious how that's gonna do. It's a shorter combat segment, but I had some insight, I feel. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. There's a network of tunnels beneath Balesar's walls, so you can patch the the resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo. May equally serve as a way in. If we follow an agreement, we'd be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the resistance is familiar with me. As familiar with they are with me, you mean say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience with the practice of I have some experience with the practice of infiltration. Words. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As our minds been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Crown and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What have you lovely airs? I will return to the East Shroud and stand to watch over the border. Should matters take worse turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Yeah, no, he's not wrong. Really, unaccompany me. Gridania will be safe for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, it is just reminding us that you remain at the Rising Stones, pass messages, and so on. And to hold the fort, you mean? Very well. Suppose the task must fall to somebody. They've traveled. Took a nap in the school, and her sister didn't wake her, so she ended up staying home on a 2-hour. Staying home on a 2-hour delay. Oof, rough. You have any unfinished business told? Pray tend to it now. Depart for Hawthorne Hut without delay. Never watched how our officers an unobstructed view of Balesar's wall, and would be to speak with the Alliance commanders who've installed themselves at its top. The fact that the commanders are there, this is going to turn into a really... Wait. Stormblood. What is the Stormblood's dragons, right? The mounts? The drops?
Yes. No,
Fuck.
Stormblood?
Yeah. Or those the birds?
No, Stormblood's wolves.
What's wolves? What's the no, dragons are Shadowbringers?
Shadowbringers.
Okay, so there goes that parallel I was trying to draw. Stormblood is doggos. Yeah. I'll have to, I'm gonna have to grind all of them, all those mounts eventually. It helps that I can just do shit like unsynced now to a degree.
Well, you wouldn't have to farm Stormbloods if you actually did the Mogstone event instead of deciding to take a hiatus during it.
I had to take a hiatus because AR just destroyed me. Heavensward is birds. AR. I have to grind Heavensward then, actually. Yeah, no, I got Kieran. I'm missing Nightmare, but I can probably go cheese something.
Garuda non-stop till Nightmare drops.
Yeah. It's not 1%, baby! I saw for from what's in the wall. Thermal Trial mounts are wolves. Heavensward is birds. Shadowbringers are dragons, quote unquote. They're technically called Wibbers, but don't spoil anything. Cool. Yeah, no, that's all good. I'll get there eventually. Endwalker's cats. That's amazing. I wonder what Dawn Trail's gonna. Dawn Trail better be fish. Like, we better just go full like beach theme, and it better be either fish or like octopuses.
It better be lizards.
Lizards. Just, please have their idle animation. Just like they stick out their tongue and lick their eye. Please, yeah. I need this. Just get.
I mean, we're in Brazil.
Just get one goofy lizard, please. One goofy lizard. One can be a lizard wizard. This is the meta. So watch over, but you have need of non-protection even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino will have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. But make up your mind. You seem ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. What is it? Maybe best decide before we enter negotiations. Yeah. Dawn Trail dinos. Dinos would be cool, actually. We don't have enough dinos in this game, actually. Why don't we have a Devil Joe mount, actually, now that I think about it? Why don't we have Angry Pickle? What was that?
And we have a regular T-Rex. We don't have Devil Joe because Rathalos is, the known monster hunter.
I guess that's fair. I'm gonna change full and show me make for Aspire. Who's first? I don't know. Monster Hunter is gonna be weird because I have Monster Hunter World. I think I have it. No, I don't have it installed, but I can install it. Just one of those things that I'm like, I'll get back to playing it eventually because I did the tutorial. It seemed cool.
I like Monster Hunter Rise on PC because you could have a dog companion instead of just a Palico.
Dog.
Yeah.
You can get dog. You can get that one weird. You kill that one. What the fuck? Why are there birds? What is happening? What's happening? Oh. What's happening? Why? I'm not gonna... Okay. it's okay. Sure.
Don't worry about it.
Nope. Just gonna walk the other way. Bird gang just rolled up. I was about to get robbed in the back alley by a bunch of rainbow birds. Oh my god. Had trouble with Rathalos to begin with. The Garrison could handle bottomless stomach of Rage in the Pickle. I want what is the B-52 bomber that always fights the fucking pickle? Yeah, everybody loves him.
50 gears.
He's legit. I've seen them get into turf wars. It's so good. Has a 14 crossover with Dragoon armor and sphere. I need to see if I can still get that because I'd do it. I'd fucking pick it up and grind it. It's good to see you both as well. Hoping we might turn up. Just have watch over here and see. Sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. Memory serves, I've not seen many of you since the days of the Grand Melee, having borne the brunt of your blows, but it's not 100 to stand at your side. I'm pretty sure I could still do it too. I'm pretty sure it's as long as you have an internet connection and you start, you can probably just do it. Heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders. Let's gather in common cause. Speaking of which, news from the wall.
Oh, and yes, you can do the Monster Hunter crossover to the Final Fantasy side on Monster Hunter still. You do need a full party, though.
Okay, so we're going to do that at some point. I like the Dragoon armor.
I'll have to reinstall Monster Hunter World.
I'll have to figure it out. I think I have to get the DLC still, because Grapple Hook, I heard, actually changed the game a lot.
Oh, Clutch Claw? Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean? It was none of our forces. That is a cool axe, actually. The attackers, they were wearing Grand Company. Oh, shit. We gave no such order. Well, was never the Griffin's target. It was the bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, and thus lending weight to his deception. Those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts. The Empire will surely have launched an offensive, but that can mean war. Even so, this may be more, no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. You could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace. The Empire reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Heirs, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Yep. Make for a wall at once. This has got to be Ilberd. I am projecting this is going to be Ilberd. But we're going to see. Once our company's embarked on a mission this way for the Griffin from his course, we are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. Be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid skirmishing, we may make it possible to reach the Griffin, and we can do that. Trying to make it look like we attacked. Yeah. It's brash, but it's effective. I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the signs of safety. God, I love Hilda. This lady Hilda is what she can count on. Autumn. Let's prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. I just heard Navigator, and I thought of Shiva Arath saying Navigator in the stupid Ghost of the Deep dungeon, referring to, what was it, Oryx as the Navigator?
Was Oryx the Navigator?
I thought he was. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the buy videos.
I know.
Whoa! Those got shreked. But yeah, they're not... So, like, they're in colors, yes. But they're not armed. They're not armed like the Azerian Alliance would be. They're effectively... I saw someone with a fucking sickle, for instance. Those are farmers' weapons. Those are not... Not like a... I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that, like... The colors and uniforms put on a specific performance, but... It's... You can tell that these aren't up to the... It's a ruse. Comrades, time's come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs into suffering for so long. Let this victory be our first step in liberating the homeland, or liberation of our homeland. No, not all of them are armed that way. That is true, because I saw some of the spears and stuff. I just found a great Reddit thread today. If you could put a single, Lord, where would it be? Oh, I've seen that. I can't remember. Oh god, there was a really like perfect place for it.
What was it? When what's his name dropped the fucking bones down the fucking well in the fucking mines.
Oh, Pippin. Yeah.
Fuck you, Pippin.
I've always related in some capacity to Pippin. Play the Navigator. Good movie. Watched that years and years ago. Good movie. Anyone who is not growling is a savage. I guess that is fair too. They told me the trailhead should lead to the shadow of the wall. We have two objectives. Just to divide our forces, we shall make straight ways to the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades. Stumble on the bloodbath. When I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall, knowing that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. But time for subtlety is past. Take advantage of your most trusted companions and cut a path to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. For free of the tunnels, we should not make for our positions in due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spare display safety. I'll pray that we have enough time. Call Berserk of Gluttony. It's somewhat good anime. It's interesting. It sounds fun. Oh, Balzar's Wall is actually just a duty.
Yeah.
Kind of neat, actually. Right, I had to leave for the instance. Thank you.
Bird Squad disbanded. Now it's Wolf Squad.
That just, it makes sense. I'm just not going to question it. Yeah, no, we are going to, in fact, just scale a wall. Trying to catch up on chat. Running towards me with fucking sickle and going the other way. Like, it's kind of like how my buddy can use kama, Japanese, the Japanese, you know, grass cutting sickles.
So weird to use.
So he's great at it, is the issue. He refuses to use them on principle because they are dirty. Like, I mean, because they're partially grappling them, right? I mean, like, just get close. You're effectively knife fighting with them to a degree, from a certain point of view. Like, they're dirty.
Yeah, one of my classmates learned how to use Kusarigama.
Yeah.
I hate Kusarigamas because you have to watch both ends of said weapon. Oh, we're on.
Yeah. No, like, they're nutty. What happened? Oh, we're unsynced?
We're unsynced.
That's fine. Oh, darn.
Oh.
I'm already level 70 anyways. Like, this helps me get through it faster. It's okay. It's been a hot minute since we had to harass the Garland Empire. L5 era characters used Twin Comma. God, I'm trying to remember. I played an Emperor format. I don't remember if there was any comma. I know we got Red Hunger's Fang and Ivory. That was pretty cool, but that was Ninja. It wasn't. That was more just. It's like a comma made of the Red Hunger's Tooth. I don't think we actually really got them. Like, we had, you know, like keyword ninja personalities with like comma in their like art. The Shinobi Assault is my favorite card in the game, and actually one of my favorite cards in any trading card game ever, because you literally just show up in some dude's house and try to kill him. It's so funny.
Honestly, still forgetting keys.
Don't worry, it's fine. Like, gosh, Shinobi Assault is a fucking hell of a card. I love it. One-handed scythe. Yep, that is the one-handed scythe-like weapon. They are nutty. Yoritomo, the Yoritomo. You got Yoritomo in Emperor Edition, right? God. No. I think Mantis Clan got Saruchi. No, they got Saruchi back. Oh God, it's been a while since I've even heard the name Yoritomo. To be fair, I was always Scorpion Clan. Bayushi Natoshi was we both saw that. Bayushi Natoshi was my clan champion when I played. Natoshi just built different, built stupid. I actually want to figure out how his arc ended, because I know he made it to Ivory. I know he ended up finding he found Paneki's Disgrace. Hey-Ray actually found Paneki's Disgrace, oddly enough. Even with Arcane Cloak of the Chameleon on. And then Natoshi just talks to his father, his deceased plague-ridden father, and just is like, nah, I'm just gonna kill you, bro. Fucking L5R Deep Lore is different. It's great. I love it. It's so good. Like, the Shadow Dragon used to be the Dragon of Air, and then it was corrupted. Shadow Dragon's a sad story. Want to solo the next boss? I probably could. He died before gold. God, I have stuff dating back to, because I had to order it for Dark Path of Shadow deck. I had to order stuff from Diamond and Lotus, I think. How far was gold? That's been wow, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's not every day that I get somebody being like, oh yeah, L5R like gold edition. I'm like, oh my God, I understand exactly what you're talking about. I didn't play that format, but I know of it. I know what happened. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. What about diseases? Don't worry about it. So I used to play a game called Legend of the Five Rings, L5R. I very specifically played the TCG. I never actually was able to find someone that we just got to do the tabletop version of it. Think like a trading card game, so like Magic the Gathering. But it's got like four wind mechanics, and it's got like a really cool world building aspect of it. Think like feudal Japan kind of thing. You know, you got ninjas, samurai, almost said retainers. What the fuck are they called? Yojimbos, magistrates, courtiers. God, it was a fucking game.
Yojimbos? So plural of the like legendary warrior?
Well, Yojimbo was a job title, right? If I remember correctly.
No.
Yojimbo, well, Yojimbo, was there Yojimbo? Oh god, I have to actually pull up some cards. I have to remember what there was a keyword I thought it was Yojimbo. And they kind of did things adjacent to courtiers and stuff. But obviously courtiers are politicians, so therefore they're kind of like the bodyguards. Gold was before ivory. Gold is better than diamond is better than ivory. God, it's been a long time. Because Celestial was before I started playing, and then I started about Emperor Edition Genpuku. And then I saw it through to Ivory. Well, and then that's when I started kind of falling off because work and stuff like that. Metagross line, such a hard Pokemon line to catch. It's because it's a pseudo legendary. I'm gonna touch it. Oh, I can solo it.
Yep.
Totally
Damn, you can back off combat. Yep, solo one.
Got this.
That's gonna hurt.
Ow.
Or you can solo the final boss. That's what we'll do.
I'm just stunned. I got it. Back here. Piece of shit, and I ain't done with you.
That's gonna hurt.
It's fine. If I just push him, I'm fine. That's a grid. That's a laser grid. I'm good. Never said what thoughts for Yojimbo's. Yes, no, Yojimbo is a legendary warrior in Final Fantasy. It had to have been Yojimbo keyword. I don't know what it was. It was Yojimbo.
Well,
it was
Yojimbo's a legendary warrior in like Japanese folklore.
It had to have pulled from it then. There was because you had magistrates, you had keyword courtiers, you had keyword ninja. It wasn't shinobi, it was keyword ninja. Your clans. No, Metagross line is just notorious for being fucked. To vote in the Twitch chat? What do you mean vote? In what capacity? Boat. Skyship, if you will. Yeah, there's definitely a power gap between 90 and 70. Definitely.
Will hurt.
Saga Yojimbo. Decent character. Like the alert thing? I mean, there's a way we can start polls. Yeah, I mean, that exists. Like, for instance, if I was like, hey, do we want to do leveling or do we want to do, like, MSQ? I can put a poll up for that. Thank you. Yojimbo was a hired bodyguard. You know exactly what I was talking about. Well, wait, no, yeah, that had to be. Literally, I'd have to pull up some L5R stuff. I don't have the ability to right now. Point being, there was many classifications. Like, you had your monks, you had your Shugenja. Shugenja were like, we're gonna do some cool spell stuff. You had your Death Priest and Unicorn Clan. Oh my god. Fuck Death Priests. Mantis Clan was broken. They had like, they literally win capitalism with an Uproar. They had a holding called Stronghold Kalani's Landing. No, it was a holding. They had Kalani's Landing, which, like, think if you're playing Magic the Gathering, think like every time you shift a phase, right? So how you have like your main phase, draw phase, battle phase, right? Every time you shift a phase, like, you just untap it and it produces like 4. No, it produces 3. Like, Kalani's was kind of busted. Okay. Right. This is gonna be fun.
Yep, and you're soloing them.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Called it. Sometimes you know how the story ends. You just need to see how it gets there. And I knew he was going to be trouble. Ow, that hurt. I am like 20 levels above you. Jesus Christ.
How'd you like this?
It hurts.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. There we go. I ain't done with you. It's okay. He's still doing the arena wipes.
Ow.
Make sure you guys stay alive.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Oh, that's Tank Buster.
Sloppy.
Ow.
Ooh, that's actually rude. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm actually in a deck. There it is.
I gotcha.
The Tank Buster, I don't have any mitigations for that is the only issue. Other than that, I mean, I could probably do it with enough time.
I don't know, on the bright side, you have 2 people who can heal you or revive you immediately, so...
That is fair. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, we should actually probably break at least one of these.
How'd you like this?
Oh, it's the blade of the Griffin. Okay, it's because his blades are on the ground. It's fine as long as I have the center option open, I'm fine. Back here. Like that was a I don't know what mechanic you're about to eat. It's just chain, so I just gotta break it. There, you're welcome. Bye. I ain't done with you.
Sloppy.
It doesn't break. Yeah, the fucking accent gets me. It's great. Okay, so the chain will actually just suffocate you to death. Got it.
Yeah. I don't know, Kip's experience with chains is now wiped 2 separate parties. So.
Damn straight. I need to break that sword. Okay, so he actually summons that from up top.
Yes.
Got it. That makes sense. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that. That's a stunt. No, I haven't actually seen what Dragon Sight does yet. That soundtrack goes hard, though.
That it does.
Are we not getting Limit Break?
No.
Oh, neat.
Sloppy. So stupid.
It's a memeable voice line. I fucking love it. You can make a pretty good soundboard out of it.
I think I have the MP3 for the soundboard.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
You'll survive.
Thank you. I don't like being the tank. I've had to be the tank as a fucking summoner. It's a very, very pretty fight, actually.
Yes.
Yep, there it is.
How'd you like this?
Nope, that's not happening. You need more fate. Oh, excuse you. You don't get to... Speaking of L5R, in between Emperor Edition and Ivory Edition, there was, we called him Kakita Kikadoran. I think it was Kakita Ujira or whatever. It was literally just this Crane Clan, like, duelist. He was, like, literally kicking in a door in his artwork. Oh, God, he was so funny. He was actually a really decent duelist too. God, I have fucking stories from Elfivar. That would be a fucking, it'd be a wild recollection to go down now that I think about it. It's fine, I can actually keep healing up with Bloodbath. Tank that hit. Thank you. You know, Unsynced is actually kind of cool. I think that was it was totally intended from the get-go. Led to a cool instance like this. Yeah, it was totally
Yeah, where you get a nice one-on-one fight with the Griffin.
Oh god. That increases your damage.
You saw mechanic, so.
I did see every mechanic. Fuck, no, that's fair.
And there's a minion you can.
Oh, is there a minion you can get here?
Yep, it's in the loot pool right now.
Oh, is it? What? Fucking. It's gonna give me emotional damage. Oh, it's just a dog. Pass on that shit. If anyone doesn't have dog. No, I passed on the legs. If anyone doesn't have dog, you can go claim dog. I read lumbago as lumbridge. Oh god, that was perfect. Hand and fight 1v1. Yeah, it's okay. Everyone made sure I didn't die during the fight. It's all good. Oh, a fate discovered nearby. Neat.
Yeah, when you were in cutscenes, Beelzebub was up.
Nice.
You've beaten me, aye.
Uh-huh.
But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
It was Clan Wars. I remember Clan Wars. I think it wasn't Iaijutsu Duel. I think it was one of the best dueling cards in the game. Jade, Gold, Diamond Edition, Lotus. Diamond and Lotus were pretty powerful. Samurai was a power down. Oh wow. Okay, so Samurai, then Celestial, then I started an Emperor, and then we went into Ivory. You played Gold and Diamond. Yoritomo was in Clan Wars and Jade. It's founder of the Mantis Clan. He experienced 2 card, had a neat ability. If he was in the army, was destroyed. If the army he was in destroyed a province, you gained a province. Yeah, old L5R was fucking cracked. I've used Shoshiro. Also, to be fair, like actually actual Bayushi, like Kami Bayushi is kind of nutty. But I mean, when you start getting Kami like Doji in there, it's just no contest. I want to find some of the 7 Days of Thunders cards, like 7 of the 7 Thunders. I need to find one of the older Kachikos. Ivory had a cool Kachiko rehash. Yeah, he already...
We did it! We showed the bastards!
I love how they're just still labeled as Storm Soldiers.
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
That's the one. It's a parallel to the nations coming together here. Who is this? It can't be the Warrior of Dark. No, this is...
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea.
Why do I remember you?
They die that others may live.
That's a charge. Oh! Okay, that's why I remember him. These are the goons around Ilberd. Oh no. That is in fact a bomb.
Attack!
7 hells. Do you hear that?
Send me some Harry Spotter YouTube. The Harry Spotter videos, I've seen those. Those are pretty funny. Laurentius was the asshole we did recruit, the one who betrayed us from the serpents. Yeah.
How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
Garliano. I just, in my brain, I was just like, tell me, for who do you fight? All that matters.
So,
Go ahead.
going back to your Jimbo, I know why I got it confused.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking your Benkei.
Yeah, that'd be why. Yep.
There's nowhere to run.
These kind of remind me of the mantises, just thicker. The spiders, sorry, arachnids from Code Lyoko. A little bit like beefed up arachnids.
Reminds me of the Scorpion tank. Attacking while its tail is up.
Yeah.
That's
That's
translation error.
savage. Was that a translation error?
Yes, it was supposed to be don't attack it while its tail is up. Because when its tail is up, it's able to counterattack.
I was okay. No, yeah, I remember that. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So that was a translation
Yeah,
error.
it was a translation error. It was supposed to be don't attack it while the tail's up.
Wild.
Gods help us! What are we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
No, they got led into a fucking pincer. They just got led into a fucking death trap. Just fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
From not only Ilberd, but like the Empire as well.
Grant us the strength to crush.
Where are there crystals present? There can't be. There could be. Ilberd order it. Yeah. No, Ilberd has as much blood on their hands.
Did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre.
Ida's about to have a crisis of faith here.
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
The gaslighting begins.
Ilberd, I should have known.
Yeah, you... Alpha, no. I'm an idiot, let's be real.
This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying?
It's no longer about
Have your ideals
Elamigo, I'd argue.
even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand.
Oh no.
You truly are a sheltered child.
He's about to pull out some dragon magic. Oh no. Yep. That grin.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
Oh no.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
He's an enemy to everybody at this
What
point.
exactly do you mean to do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
It's not crystals, but it is the eyes. They are fonts of ether. And as we just saw from Gabu, dense emotions can call forth primal-like entities. He is going, and then we've seen with King Thornton, And the Knights of the 12. Yeah. No, all that makes sense.
Summoned.
Yep. And we've seen with Shiva, people could take him in.
The Empire with a primal? You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power.
There's so many things that are explored in their own plot lines throughout the MSQ. If this had happened with one or two of those missing, it would not have hit the same.
Oh, yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will.
Yeah, he is about to eat it. Good jump though. No, it's not Bahamut.
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
He didn't need to do that. He chose to do that. It also symbolizes his fall. That is him use himself as the sacrifice. Huh.
That was a good squish sound.
It was. Yeah, have a good one, Ichi. But who is it? Diabolos?
It wouldn't be Diabolos.
Actually, don't. I'm waiting for the dungeon he shows up in again.
It's the raid.
Oh, is it this Alexander?
No, the Alliance.
Oh, okay.
Necromorph time.
I'm hearing, like, was that Notes of the Dragon song?
The song.
Oh, no. This is going to be Needhog Reborn.
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Answers.
Well, can't we stop it?
It's answers.
There must be something we can do.
Mm-hmm. And there's only one is tied to answers.
Staff.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tiptimati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred! dead?
Good guy, Thancred.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you. Go!
Are you sure about that? I mean, I've already killed Needhog. I mean, I'm game. That was rude.
Hilda! I think he means now!
Just yeet. Heard answers. One is the first cutscene back in 1.0. Next is Finale's grandfather sacrifices. What I thought it was. What's Bahamut's theme then?
Answers.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, it's Bahamut's.
Farewell again, my dear Ida.
You don't hear
Well,
answers in Bahamut's fight,
Let
though.
us see how
Oh, you
good a
did?
student
No.
I truly was.
Yeah, that is also answers. It's a redux of answers. This is the original answers. This is the one that plays during all the. This is what was playing during the anniversary event.
Gotcha. Yeah. That would seal it.
And there's the seal of Delwood.
It's okay, we'll fight it later. Generally, that's how these things go. Ah, spawned me right outside of range. That's gonna be a fun one to go to in roulettes. Isn't fully formed enough to break open yet. Yeah, I don't know. Like it stalled it. It didn't stop it. Bahamut is Bakhmut. Yeah, Eid is gonna have a little bit of some character development. Rising Suns doesn't even know what happened here. We're not through 3.5 by any means. We're not.
Almost done.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
3.5 is really that short?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll deal with the fucking moon at some point. I myself at a loss for words. Thank Kratos, wait, must return to the Rising Stones, surprise our companions of all this. Make your way there at once. We'll send words to you, Stola, and the others of our imminent return. Alright, let's go to... I actually remember how to fucking control the game really quick.
Elmwood's still one of those things that even, well, anyone who was in 1.0, that's a rough point for anybody at that point, for the most part.
Yeah. Like story-wise, like just because of how much emotion was tied to it?
Well, story and, well, yeah, story, like emotion from how 1.0 wrapped up, people's actual gameplay. A lot of people just stopped playing when 1.0 servers went down.
I believe it.
So, canonically, a lot of people were lost in the
Yeah, no, that's fair.
fucking...
Finally grinning face of an all adversary, Ilbert, no not. Now, he was wishing the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dreaded power he used to initiate a summoning ritual even as we looked on. Yeah, no, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Well, apparently, it's popped in my feed. I was talking about this earlier. There's, I guess, like a allegedly a private server for 1.0, and people are getting like footage from it for YouTube. Fucking wild.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about that. I don't know if I can talk about that. Every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, cast it and hope to survive. It was last resort. I'm certain Papalima was aware. So he cast. Thus did the people follow the footsteps of the master, even unto the grave. Unable to unexplain how Ilbert came to possess Needhog's eyes. In the depths of the sea of clouds, perpetual storm of water and wind, aspect of ether rages no mortal could endure such conditions. The Asians. It was the work of an Asian. But now is not the time for speculation, Kryl. I have need of your assistance. The cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trap within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we should glean some measurement of insight. Can't promise to be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. Play WoW on a private server. I don't know how private servers work. Like from a like I don't think you stream a private WoW server? I think you can. You stole seek the employment, at least your grief deprived her will to act. A desire to comfort you to doubtless compound with house. I too, with this grievous loss of my own way, by thy leave, Lady Alcide, I shall honor a fallen colleague through gainful study. Makes this writing from me yet further at our understanding this cocoon of light. The gaming zone for force. Hell yeah. I hear finals is great. Don't trust private servers. Yeah, it seems like it'd be interesting. At the very least, I don't know. I'd have to delve into the subject as well as one legality to like security. We're going to be a poor tribute to Papalima sacrifice. I must be proficient to face Ilberd's accursed creation without delay. And we will squander it. So I'm in 3.55, so it's a sub patch. This close out for our localization team. It's so good. Just the situation that East Shroud remains certainly unchanged. No idea how long it will be for. One moment. Same as a mod, as long as it's disclosed in the vid. Last I checked, 10-year-old info. That's fair. Let me part my thanks. I mean, I also want to be on Square Enix's good side. I don't want to like not be on Enix's good side if playing on a private server would do that, right? Not right, just like speculating how that falls into like TOS and stuff. I know people are able to like reverse engineer Star Wars Galaxy, like Galaxy's the Sony one, right? The Sony MMO. They were able to reverse engineer that to some degree, and you had to have old discs and stuff. That's like wizardry to me. I have no clue how you even begin to reverse engineer that shit. Council will be shortly reconvening. The alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. Square still owns all the rights. Like they could just say no. They could. I mean, they could issue a cease and desist. Honestly, as far as I'm aware. Says Primal. Of course, just Dollar's last report of the cocoon yet hung over the walls and changed. The elders here doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so until Sid Braun has been called to add to its expertise to spread. Words. 2140. Nice. More ones they have working on this, the better. We still have one trader left at large. I think sometimes we just keep our hands. Trying to think who that is. Orange's plotline's been taken care of. I mean, Lolorito, I guess, is he still the Moniturists are still doing Nero as well. Hi. If you ham fist the expansion in there, why don't you? It's 4 DLC behind. Yeah. Not being current state as well could probably help in that.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
Oh no. It's gonna be amazing.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Yeah, that's a simple question.
Hey? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
fine response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again.
I love it. It's perfect.
You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Amazing. That was a large man.
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Yeah, no, he's outside of Eorzea. He can't. He just. I don't know how far the Far East is, but he came from it. I love this man.
Good man, are you all right?
They're just like, the hell is happening here? Right. Seawater dehydrates you. That's the funny.
Yeah, like that.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
That was perfect. Several day trip. Yeah, no, sounds about right. Andre, yes, we need to go to Gridania. The Asian yo, the soundbite, yeah, it's the old soundbite. No, he love that man. That man is impeccable. I need to go here. I need to go Aetheryte. Conjurers. Much longer than that dingy wooden boat too. Yeah, like that man's been out at sea for a hot minute. I mean, we come here a lot, but like this is effectively her office, quote unquote office. Not many people are actually allowed in here.
Pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Mm-hmm.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken.
You can survive on seawater if you start drinking it before you get dehydrated. Not about even with survival training, but can be done. I mean, yeah, that's
etheric concentrations.
interesting.
Stola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So the primal actually finished summoning.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
No, they're not.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
Fair.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Damn.
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it absolutely hardened your kidneys. Absolutely.
It's another calamity.
What a way to end Heavensward, jeez.
So the primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Well, it's a good thing you're here, Sid. the folds arms. Yes, Sid, we're waiting on your answer. What do you have for us, Sid?
Is
What?
this truly so complex a puzzle?
Oh, come on,
Or
Nero.
have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Sid, get your boyfriend.
What in the hells are you doing here?
That is the line right there.
A pleasure to see you too, Garland.
His
Now, if you'd be
face.
so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Oh, please tell me this isn't Omega. Who drank only seawater for 2 months to prove it? That man's an absolute legend. Sailors are really just built different. Like, as I said, my buddy was he was on a submarine for months on end. He ended up getting discharged from the military. It just fucked with him so much. Like, honorable discharge, all that stuff, right? Especially if you're on a submarine. Like, God, that fucks with you. Like, they're just built different. Probably why I like the Marines. They're just built different.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
That's the one.
What do you want, Nero?
Sid is, in fact, the suit.
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend.
Your water for sync because of the issue. Like, I missed a lot. Yes and no.
Rather belatedly
Your sync is a little more important.
Within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence
I saw that last
that
word.
conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
I'm very confused on how Omega and how Ultima actually interact in the lore.
Omega? That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
Until now, because Nero, he's done some...
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
Like, he has to explain it, but that's going to make a lot of people very angry in this meeting.
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
Ultima's Algon super weapon, that's already been explained.
What, you just expect
Well,
us
no,
to
I meant...
accept?
No, because
You're a
there's...
fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Because the hardest to beat powered Ultima. But, like, so, because we have, like, what was it? Like, we have Ultima weapon in other games. We have Omega weapon in other games. And I'm kind of confused on the interaction between them in different games. Like, is Omega... there's none. It's just whatever. Like, they're just recurring characters. Oh, okay.
They're independent bosses.
Okay. Cool.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years studying side by side at the academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I.
Like, admitting you're the person who created the weapon system of the Death Star. Sure, you're great at it, but it means you have the target on your head, but a lot of people are scared of that weapon. Yeah.
Sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
Now I'm curious if this is going to wait till Stormblood. This has to wait till Stormblood.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
So here's what I'm thinking, actually. Because we just saw the Samurai, which is going to prelude us into Stormblood, we're probably going to finish Omega now, before in 3.5, and then, well, I guess 3.55, and then we'll meet the samurai, and then that'll be the end of it. It's what I'm thinking.
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology.
What Nero says is correct, but we all know Nero's going to be a shitter.
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
We don't really have a choice. Unless you... I mean, I'll go into the... Keep an eye on this man.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice.
His name is Nero. That's a red flag.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, Rev, your cat named Nero steals your shit constantly.
My cat named Nero, that is named after Nero Tolskaiva. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Science.
They look so good together.
Assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
Remember, I thought that. Yeah. No, you're right. Bahamut was an old Dragon King and told you to get a rat tail, and when you did, he turned your dudes into much stronger dudes. Fucking Final Fantasy 1 sounds weird.
The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Based Alisei.
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Fucking the sass. Birds aren't real. They're just government drones. We knew this. What was it? They were all replaced in the 80s with spy cameras.
Yeah, that's why they sit on power lines.
They're just recharging. Fuck.
Yeah.
I hate it. Unexpected development. No one can raise the number of questions. It's not a chance to catch meeting in the first place. Yeah, I know how to. Don't know what to do with these orchestration roles. I don't want to toss them. Question mark, question mark as rewards. Okay, sure. Leadership landing. Yes, that's where my internet goes, right? Well, remember, if you open up your one more night in Amdaport, what is that quest?
One more night in Amdaport?
Yeah.
You should probably pick it up.
I don't like where this is going. I want you to know that.
I'll pick it up.
Amdaport did nothing wrong. Okay.
Amdaport. Fucking Jason Tamsin begged to differ.
Amdaport was just minding their own business. They did nothing wrong. Oh, that's Amdapor hard mode. Okay, yeah, I should probably pick that up. So let's see. Dark Souls. What was the other side? I wanted. Okay, forest, only immortal. Gains of travel without warning. Wings of a later glean the sea of daunting power. Get links within the bowels of the city. Rayos and those. Yeah, I'll have to do that later. I can deal with that later. But I did pick it up. You do not remember Amdapor hard mode. Take that as you will. I don't know how to take that. I'm gonna take it as it was an easy time and it was a breeze to get through. Is how I'll take that.
City of Amdapor hard.
I think this is city.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be.
Amdapor key hard mode's Surummergorn.
Yeah, because it's a level 61.
Yeah, so this is city.
Yeah, so that's, you know. Which means, oh boy, Diabolos. Oh, please. Oh, I don't know how they're going to rework his mechanics.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've never done a proper hard revamped dungeon, have you?
No. Forgot they existed.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you've never done a hard revamp.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Probably going to kick my ass.
Which means you've never done Hockey Manor hard.
No.
You're missing all the Reborn hards.
Yeah. Are there actually much of a difference?
Yes.
Oh. Well, shit. Griffin's like, oh, this is going to be fun to watch him struggle. Then, despite his very timely offer of assistance and the thought that invoking the workings of the ship without a proper supervision does not fill me with coincidence or confidence, excuse me. Sister was adamant that he would not leave her side or sight. She knew you're there now. Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie ever. I could see that.
Yeah, it's a good Christmas movie.
Hard mode dungeons is not like a hard modes in any other MMO. I would assume it'd just be inflated damage numbers, inflated HP, and changed mechanics for certain bosses. I would assume.
When you finish this, we'll run it real quick. It won't take long.
No, I still got to go through like Alexander and stuff. For no more than a few hours at most, our colleagues are studying the Coon even as we speak, and we might hear their latest observations ere we proceed. So you must to gain a clear understanding of the situation possible before formulating your plan. That was against us. How foolish of me. Got him. I want your opinion, Alaska. Outbased Alisei. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you finish procrastinating. All right. While Alphonse speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. When I was trouble, I shall visit your stall and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Great company. Alisei back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Cool. They're nothing like that. Got it. Trouble with the Excelsior. Click things out. Yeah, let me know when you're ready to leave. God, yeah, RIP, Alan Rickman. Love that man. Well, we're in Mordona again. Go to the service suite, actually land at the Toll's main square. Shall adjourn the Rising Stone Zone. This is a sub patch or a full patch?
This is a full patch.
So is this 3.6 or is this still 3.5?
This is 3.5.6.
So this is okay. So this is a full patch, but it's. I get what they're trying to do. It's just I can't explain it. Okay. We might. Oh my god. We might. Yeah, we might actually deal with Omega here. 3.55. Right. 3.5.5.
That's a concerning thing. What the fuck just spawned?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, Get Tams and Big Boys up.
See, you guys got shit you can do. Also, go deal with your Luna Tender. I know it's gonna spawn soon.
It's down.
Oh shit. Looked like an IP address, right?
Wait, is this what I'm thinking it is?
So that glitch, Tataru.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
That's the one.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
What did you steal, Tataru? Not angry, I just need to know.
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Got him. Nero just has nothing for that. He knows he's beat.
We are returned.
Alright, that's
Well,
that.
Eden
Where's
die,
the
at
big
least.
one at?
Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
What's this little swand?
Good
Hi.
God, that voice could fell a gigas.
Alice, chill. Oh my god. That was, that's one of those that, like, you just hear someone just say that in public and you just choke on your drink. Oh my god, that was amazing.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger.
Nice.
I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
You, Gary, just is like, how are you here?
Yugiri, do you know this man?
What the face? Hug?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly, but now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
He's gonna join us
Mayhap that is so.
in Omega.
There is more. A crisis threatens
Maybe?
all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire?
That's the one.
You, Giddy? You draw steel against the curse of Garlemald?
It's like, why didn't you invite me?
Then why did you not say so?
I love this man.
My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because that would allow it. Because Samurai wouldn't be out at this point in time. Not yet, at least, right? It came with Stormblood. So this would mean, oh, cool, we get to see a Samurai in action. Oh, cool, now we get to go to the Far Eastern lands in Stormblood. No, that makes a lot of sense, actually, to finish out this patch. I love this man. Speak with me a moment. What do you require, Small? How'd you meet up at the Diamond Forge when we ambushed you? What do you mean ambushed me? You were getting my measurements. That's exactly how that works. Once we had your measurements, I set to work on a traveling outfit in my spare time. Only just a moment to finish the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before I left. What'd you give me? What is this? What's happening? Give me a Totterer t-shirt. So fancy. The eye patch is throwing me off, though. Snug but not too snug, if you know what I mean. How does it feel? Okay. The lance on my back makes this. Saying that, I could tell how much this means to me. So you've crafted something worthy of the war light is. Well, just it makes all the practice worthwhile. Also, sewed in a blood pearl charm, do you know? Bring you home, mate. Always protect you. Oh, you're right, the charm. Oh, no, it's a monocle. Fancy kip. I don't know. I'll say, oh, that would be the... Okay. It didn't want to spoil the outfit, so that's why it did that. Okay. A lot of sense, actually. I'm gonna have to glam that.
Yeah.
Rekindled determination. Businesswoman and the schoolgirl came together to design traveling attire, right? Okay, what would you start with, Omega? Well, I'd say it's completely fine, but it'd feel better if I'm doing something useful. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Often, perhaps you could return to Gridania and assist your Stola and Kryl. Fine suggestion. Empathetic Chaos, thank you for the resub. How's it going? The tip for all you used to oven during the winter, whenever you're done, turn off the oven, just leave it open at a slight crack and let the residual heat enter your home. That, yeah, as long as it's not a gas leak or anything like that. Like, no, that's perfect, actually. Form the Carton Expedition party, Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega while Kip, Ida, and Doman and our Doman friends take care of security. This man, he just does the yo noise. The LCR is by the lake just outside of town. We'll leave it as soon as everyone is ready. Hi, welcome back. The end game is glamour, after all. Oh, I have to see how, like, Soot Black Dye work looks on it. Just fuck Jet Black Dye. Soot Black Dye is pretty much, like, the same.
And now you just need to do every single Rome Reborn Beast tribe to get the edgiest eye patch in the entire game.
Oh, like, I really don't like eye patches, though, is the issue. I really don't.
They serve no purpose. I like face masks more than eye patches.
The fuck are you doing? Yeah, what is happening? I come outside and you guys are always in some weird pose. I love it.
Standing here.
I love all of you. Just look out. I look outside and I'm just like, are we just trying to recreate like the fucking Abbey Road out here? It's happening.
You know, we didn't mean to line up in a line like this. This just happened.
You know, I believe that though. I believe that the lineup was not coincidental. It just happened. This was not planned at all.
Partied anymore.
That's the best part. The Elaine Royal accidentally made was discovered can be sure the Empire has long since forever existence of Nero. Even an obvious solution to the threat of possible new primals. It's not impossible to the Gallium but I do the same. Weapons ready, what's about you? Something tells me we're about flying into a fight. Fly free, my pretty. That's Wizard of Oz reference. We're not gonna end me. I mean, Fortnite's a decent game. I'm not gonna say it's not. Nothing. It was helpful when I had heat issues because one of my switches ended up giving. Yeah, that sounds about right. See a bunch of nerds. Grazie if we learned your audience. You're such a little weird, and that's the thing. It's like I'm just like, nah, this makes sense. I have immense respect for it.
The lovable weirdo is led by his fucking moderator.
That's the one. Buddycast, thank you for the gifted subs. I really do appreciate that. How's it going?
I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
And this is why the end of Heavensward was necessary, leading up to the final boss fight with King Thornton, so the teleporters could get established, so we didn't have to have this explained.
You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Ah, God. Yawn. Those are the Imperials.
Chase down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
You know who you're not? You're not Guy Sven Balesar. Sound like a noob.
Oh, hey, shield, bro.
Searching for something, engineer?
Wait.
It's close, isn't it?
That's not old. That's not the shield bro from from ARR.
It is.
Is it? Really?
It's like all my name days have come at once.
Oh my God, it is him, isn't it? Thought he died.
He's got hands now. Oh, it's not? Okay. I guess where it was.
No, I'm like, I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
God damn it.
Oh, wait, I know who he is.
By himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Who he's dealing with.
Yeah, he died. That's what I thought. It's a
different shield, bro.
It's a different shield, bro.
It just happens to be using a painted version of Nero's hammer.
Yeah, this is the reveal of the samurai class, isn't it?
Samurai of Doma, you will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Which, if we get Green Mage, we might finally be getting hammers. So eventually, we might actually get Mjolnir.
I'm calling Green Mage. I'm calling we're getting Green Mage back. Because I know if I call it, I will piss Rev off if I'm actually correct.
You're not gonna piss me off. If you're right, I'm gonna be pissed because they're fucking bringing back Kryle's canonical class.
I mean, it was in the game before, right? They just removed it, and they consolidated its kit and other stuff, right? Because Green Mage was all DOTs, right? And thus the DOTs got spread out over the different classes, right?
Tis my right to strike.
Yeah, no.
Green Mage is gonna work.
Yeah, they'll probably, if they bring it back, they'll probably have some sort of gimmick. Maybe it'll still do some DOT stuff. And we should eat that. Is it? I thought FanFest actually passed.
Nope, Japanese FanFest, the second week of January.
Why is my map open? I'm just so used to playing with my map open because I get lost all the time.
Your defense is lacking.
Okay, these are infinitely spawning, so we're just gonna not deal with that.
Tamsin, I wasn't saying 14 had a Green Mage, 5 had a Green Mage.
No retreat. No surrender.
So.
I also half remember the conversations we have. Are we not supposed to win that fight? No, we're supposed to tire him out. Hi, how's it going? What's up, Grimlock? That's a lot of Garleans. Link Pearl, move out of the way. Chopper inbound, still playing those soldiers. Suppose I can lend you one of my toys, only promise to give it back. I don't know, Nero. I don't know where it's been. I don't know what you've done with it. I don't know what you've tinkered with it. No, that's fair. That's a thing. The Red Baron. Oh my gosh, it's the fucking Red Baron. The fucking grin. No one told me they have magic tech armor for the Empire. Opinion on the Mario and Luigi series by Alfred. I haven't seen it actually. Almost sure thinks to abandon his men. I see that he shares their fate, pray to the rest of the minions. Yeah, outnumbered but not outmatched. Man actually just runs away.
This one'll sting.
Well, time for power trip using magic pack armor.
Yeah.
No holding back. Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike.
It's all over now.
This only counts as one. I saw that. I saw that, Yida. You can't just meme at me like that.
Yep.
I have you.
You watching, Pablito?
Yeah, no, he fucking Nero overclocked this thing.
A little bit.
No retreat. No surrender.
Look upon a samurai of honor.
This one'll sting.
How many Colossus does this fucking man bring? Mate, you were just fucking hunting, like, I guess to be fair, I was about to say, you were literally just hunting Nero, and then I remembered who Nero is. No, this is a small force trying to hunt Nero.
Ooh, Nero, the secondary or the second best engineer in the Garlean army.
Yeah, no, like, come back here now, please? Question mark. I want that hammer. No, just give me the hammer. Give me the hammer.
Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike.
A lot of AoEs. Okay, I'm not in ultimate content. Not even in like ultimate or savage content. I can fucking do that. I can use my backflip.
Jace, the problem with hammers in Final Fantasy games, they're primarily used by mages, not physical combat classes.
That's such a strange thing. But I guess, like, yeah, they give magic hammers like Mjolnir, right? What? Where's no, just get him. Just get him, samurai. No! Back here.
Actually, I think white mage used hammers in Final Fantasy I was one of their weapons.
Why did I think this sounds about right? This sounds right. Very big hammer. I wanted that hammer.
So we will see if they bring back fucking green mage, see if they're getting hammers or not, because that was their weapon.
Okay, everyone's gonna be looking towards FanFest.
I mean, everyone's gonna be looking for FanFest anyway, because it's FanFest.
Yeah, white mages and white wizards could use hammers in the first game. Got it. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
Temporal stasis. Excuse you?
It's waking up.
Time freezing. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn. Fucking Allegons had some fucking like slip space shit. Green Mage is a melee type magic DPS. I'd do it.
Oh, that could actually work.
Remarkable.
If it's just the opposite of fucking red mage, because red mage is fucking magic into melee. If green mage is melee into magic, that would make sense.
I do
I
it.
don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
It's just a scarab from Halo.
Which, if that's the
Once
case,
you
I'm
release Omega,
maining
we can
green
be fairly
mage
certain
until the
it will
day I
attempt to
die.
capture the primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess, we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
So what I'm hearing is a belated Christmas present. Yes, that's how I'm going to English that today. To Rev is going to be getting green mage that just hammer melees.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Morally ambiguous at best. I get green mage. I cast book.
Suppose not.
You just beat them to death with an encyclopedia. Yeah. No, this.
Green mage would be I cast hammer.
Cast hammer. Bonk.
I cast bonk.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
That's the one.
Yes, that's the one.
The big red button. Yep, that's the one. Nothing will go wrong. Nothing will actually go wrong.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Unleashing the scarab.
Hey, Kip, you know what we just missed?
What?
Odin.
Did you do Odin?
Odin just went down 5 minutes ago.
Son of a bitch.
Show us what you can do.
Has ever gone wrong with big red button being pushed to no one ever, right?
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Wait, we weren't supposed to do that though. That was supposed to be for the Eorzean Alliance to decide. Weird. What is that? That's a form of Bahamut. That's the same wing on the thing. That's the later boss. Oh, I'll figure out what it is eventually. Yeah, it.
Not Bahamut, but Bahamut adjacent.
Huh. Not Tiamat.
No, it's not Tiamat. Tiamat's.
Yeah, Tiamat's. No, Tiamat is. We saw Tiamat.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
My most hated fight in Skins.
That's fast. Shinryu.
Yep.
Never heard of them.
Shinryu is a pain.
I believe it. It's okay, I still have jack idea who fuck Shinryu actually is.
Yep.
They fly now. That's fucked. It's just a scarab beetle. That is actually kind of cool. Like, no, the Allagons know how to make the machines. I don't like that. Regeneration? Oh, that's gonna bury itself in there. No? It'll actually just zap it. It's a... Asian Dragon of Storms. He's actually older and ergo stronger than Bahamut. Yeah, no, that's what he would mean by stronger than Bahamut. Oh, okay, so they're... Huh, interesting. So they have this duality.
Yeah.
Huh. Put their hearts and souls in the Marley James. Yeah, no.
Was 5 the first time the ship?
That shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
Yes, that was.
I have little understanding of these contrivances.
I love that, man.
Shinryu and Omega were the hardest bosses in 5. They were super
signals
bosses.
emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
I don't actually remember that.
Destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
He's gone. It's a magical tattoo. What do I mean to find out? Let's be on our way. At least it teleports you here. Functioning perfectly the next it was. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened to ourselves and soon. Far Edge of Fate. This is the last one. This is the last quest. I know this one. Because when I finish my class quest, it's like you have to finish the Far Edge of Fate. So this is the actual last for Heavensward. See all in harm with Omega came hunted or hurling towards the cocoon. Everything's dissolved into chaos. I'll see it with my own eyes. See what Seer is expecting us. We're in off no. Gosetsu and I will watch over here. Must safely attend your meeting. For a while ago, let's make haste for Lowstan are eager to hear your testimony. Now, what a way to end Heavensward, actually. Ended with a kaiju fight, realistically. With friends, we have full eagerly awaited your turn. If you could have indeed discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. Your two kind Elseards here, as I recall. He was like, we as good as demanded the right to try, but tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega Eye. We lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched from our position. The shore we were blind to all that followed. What works to do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, not much is certain, but I can give the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from that midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Garabanya. Rama's might just defied belief. It seemed like the very heavens were set asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magic I have never seen, hope never to see again. Kind of raged on with no end in sight until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. With the radiance faded, I saw a pair from the sky coming to rest somewhere in the Alamegan soil. I'll speak for the rest. Yeah, it seems each had landed a fatal blow on each other. Most among us could think of only Bahamut. When looking upon the primal star of the Domans, were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, it would have been convenient to refer to it as such. Shinryu's fate, indeed that of Omega is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Garabanian side of the border. We have set our main force under the command of Marshal Tarpin to capture the wall. When the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Granania's boulder and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal when the council is adjourned. There's a few things I'll wager. The flashlight coincided with the loss of contact. You wonder we quickly re-engage the Mega-Safe systems, even if it has fallen to the Empire's lab. We don't use them, say perhaps as a statue. Without me to guide their officers, it would take them decades to decipher Mega's core functions if they managed it at all. Fucking Nero. Play the entire game without taking any damage if you're skilled enough in for these games? Game talking chat. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears of the Relic's fate is one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the resistance representatives in Garabanya. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek the alliance, given the inevitability of the Imperial retaliation. Working in concert, it's not impossible that Alaming will finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. We're still missing Needhog's eyes. There's no, like, they weren't consumed.
They were used in the creation of Shinryu.
Like, were they used up? Like, fully?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Takes a considerable amount of ether to create a primal.
Right. Well, I would assume they'd just be empty like husks, empty orbs. So we actually sacrificed 2 great worm eyes to get a Durgan. Got it. It must be exhausted. Suggest that we return directly to Rising Stones. Wonder if we might first make a small detour. Only others gathered outside. Fire, and imagine that you two would be interested to see what became of the walnut. The cocoon is gone. No, I mean, this sets up next expansion pretty beautifully. Like, I still got stuff to do. Like, I don't know. I actually blitzed through the back half of Heavensward faster than I thought I was going to.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moment prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
Yeah.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
Yeah, it really... Fucking Omega is nutty.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Oh, his name's like, I mean, yeah. Move our own cooking, clean, wash, dish, very. That whole thing. Yeah, no, Twitch's mobile app, it sometimes has some issues, but it's good for portability. Yeah, no, this was gonna be the end of the MSQ because I still have Warring Triad
The night's gone.
and stuff to do.
It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
She's gonna remove her mask. I was not expecting that. Not expecting the ponytail, actually.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too. And I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them. I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
I saw that Lise pun in chat. I saw that.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
I can't place his voice. I'm sure I've seen him in something. Or at least remove her mask after so long. Just beginning to come to terms with Papalimo's loss. The one need plan of determination to move forward. Should she ever falter, should we support her on this road she resolved to walk. Turn to the Rising Stones. Get the story to tell Tadara from my sister. No, I feel like he's done something else. I don't know what it is though. Oh, there we go. So cool. I guess that is the ending of Heavensward proper. We have Warring Triad, we have Alexander, and we have the Alliance raid left. And that's kind of the like big content. Like, sure, like we have, oh god, this is gonna be rough because this will probably get copyrighted again. It was a good deal. It was a good expansion, actually. It was a really good expansion. As somebody that spent 300 plus hours in ARR, I spent so long in A Realm Reborn, it wasn't even fucking funny. I spent so long in A Realm Reborn. It was a lot better paced. It was a lot more well paced. And we even went through several plot lines. We went through the Nidhogg plot line. We went through King Thornton's plot line. We went through the Warriors of Shadow. We got to see Omega, because it had been mentioned, you know, in passing. It had been mentioned by the Monetarists, been mentioned by Nero. I actually didn't know about the duality of Shinryu and Omega across different game titles. It was good. I liked it. Even post, because this last time we saw this was like King Thornton, and then we had to deal with 3-3, which was Nidhogg. But this is the actual credits of the post game of Heavensward. It was interesting to see Nidhogg's eyes come back so soon. I was expecting they were going to actually sit on that for maybe an expansion. But it's interesting that, like, as I continue through, it's like the more and more the game comes together, and it's not necessarily that it loses some of its magic, but it's like things that I hold in high mystique and in high regard, like Omega, like Ultima, Nero's fate, even Gaius to a degree, because I'm sure we'll learn about his quote-unquote magic, end quote, pretty soon. Like, it's a lot better paced. It's also Dragon themed. I'm also biased because, you know, design, right? I'm also biased towards that. We got to see Nanamo come back. Got to see Raban return to form, not with still -1 arm. I think leaving Ilberd to the end of this was the correct decision. Leaving Ilberd to the end, there was a lot of build up, and like I knew he was in the background. And sure, it's like, well, Kip, you called it was Ilberd, and it's like biased because Dragon, right? Like, it's just because I can call it once again doesn't mean that it's bad. Doesn't mean that's, I mean, I guess technically you could say it's predictable, but I mean, like, and even if someone doesn't predict it right, like the final fight was actually super great. I actually really liked it. It was a fun time. It was a fun it was a fun expansion. And I mean, I've heard back and forth, Stormblood's the worst expansion, quote unquote, or Stormblood's a drop. I think it's going to be a little hard to follow up off of Heavensward. And that's not a fault of the DLC. It's not a fault of the expansion at all. It's like, Heavensward was a strong expansion. It was incredibly strong. Like, it started, because you started from nothing. You did. You started from nothing. You started the expansion walking into Ishgard with Alphino, Tataru, and you, and seeking refuge in Fort Tom Manor. You changed the entirety of Ishgard, and threw the theocracy on its head, and overthrew King Thornton, absorbing the First Dragoon, right? Like, there was a lot that ended up happening with that, and in regards to setup, in regards to primals, people taking primal into themselves, Knights of the Round, right? Which led into, you know, things like Ilberd, which led into, what was the fight before Ilberd? But a lot of these elements led into each other, is what I'm trying to get across, and it's good. So it's not as strong as Heavensward or Shadowbringers, right? And that's like, even in games and stuff, like sometimes you'll have an offset, right? Like Lotus in L5R was very strong, right? But then Samurai was a power down, right? People will mention in Magic the Gathering, you had like Necro Summer and Artifact Winter, right? And then after block rotation, there was a massive power down for Magic the Gathering. Sometimes you just need a powered down rest format. Ruby, for example, Modern Media, Ruby Volume 4 is a lull. It's a setup volume for Volume 5. And then 6, you know, sets up 7 a little bit, right? You have your peaks and then you have your setup, but because you have that setup, it does the work and carries it, so that way you can actually enjoy a good climactic conclusion. Live action works as only view a stroke. Fine. I probably saw something in live action then. Lots to live up to. Games in Stormblood, you'll love it, and if you don't, expansion can be a drag. Personally, I think you're gonna like Stormblood. You go to Japan land. I mean, that's gonna be great. Honestly, like I'll enjoy myself. Plus, I mean, to be fair, like if I blitzed it as fast as Heavensward, because I made it through, this is gonna be about 11 VODs. It's gonna be about 11 VODs to go through the entirety of Heavensward, which really isn't bad when you think about it. 11 VODs to bust through the entirety of Heavensward, minus what we have, but that's coming in. That's incoming. It was a very strong addition to ARR, and a lot of the plot lines that were unfinished, not necessarily dropped, but unfinished by A Realm Reborn, right? You had the fate of the Scions, right? We found Thancred, we found Y'shtola, challenges that they're going to have to face in regards to Y'shtola's blindness and being able to see ether, but with it consuming her life force to be able to see ether. We have Thancred, who is seemingly cut off from magic at this point in time. We really haven't delved too much into that at this point. We have Kryl, and I'm sure, and I think in Stormblood, I heard we get the Eureka, which is as far as I'm aware, I think it's the isle where the scholars were at that disappeared, right? I think it comes back, and I think that's Eureka. But you know, going into Stormblood, we're not going to see him in Philia for a hot minute, I don't think. Grahatia comes back, not now, but I think he comes back in Shadowbringers, because I know he's in the promo material for Dawn Trail. So he comes back and he wakes up in the Crystal Tower. So I'll have to, well, yeah, it's the Baldesians, yeah. And then what else was wrapped up? The whole Ul'dah rebellion. However, we still have the Moniturists. They're kind of doing things. We'll see if they revisit the plot line, because if not the Moniturists, at the very least Nero activated Ultima, or no, excuse me, Ultima, Omega. So they could actually kind of drop the Moniturists to kind of a back roll any plot line in that. But I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if it came up again. Rabon still doesn't have his arm. I mean, it's just a character choice at that point. Yida / Lys Papalimo, they were found, and their plotline has continued, and there is a form of resolution there. Like, there's a lot of ground that was covered in Heavensward, and this is just me blitzing it. This isn't me taking time to do all the class quests. This isn't me taking time to do all the other quests. I mean, sure, I got like the Ether Currents and stuff, but I mean, like, I got Beast Tribes and stuff I could do. I did arguably the bare minimum, and I made sure that I was leveled throughout, because in being leveled throughout, it's, you know, one of those things that's like, okay, like I can just blitz through this and I don't have to worry about, well, you know, I gotta maybe go level up again. Not that 14, I don't feel, if you're doing MSQ content stuff, you could probably be a level or two under and be fine. Like, it does, even at 60, I mean, I was getting levels pretty quickly and consistently. So, I mean, the EXP is going to go a long way. I think there's no issues with the EXP. Not in Heavensward, in my opinion. As long as you start with 50, you're fine. This is my inner RuneScape coming out, honestly. I'm just so used to leveling all of these things. I'm so used to it. And it even sets up Stormblood pretty well, where you have, what's-his-face, big samurai dude coming on in. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I would argue this goes in with less open plot lines than Heavensward. Heavensward kind of feels like it's the back end of ARR, and it completes a lot of it and encapsulates that A Realm Reborn experience in order to begin giving you more episodic, encapsulated expansions, right? I keep calling them DLCs, expansions, right? So you can go to, you know, you can go in Endwalker to the moon and have an experience on the moon. And sure, you're going to have things like Zodiark, you're going to that are, you know, continuous things throughout the story. Like you're going into Stormblood and you have like Omega you have to deal with. But like, I think there's less open plot lines now than there were in ARR. Someone would have to corroborate on that. Someone would have to, you know, be like, yeah, there's less, yeah, there's more, no, it's about the same. It feels like this was wrapped up a little more neatly. And I mean, once again, like A Realm Reborn was an essay in the craft, so to speak. was the reboot of Final Fantasy XIV. It was the reboot of the latest Final Fantasy MMO. So just one of those interesting things to think about. And you have that sense of completion. You have that sense of like, yeah, no, this got done, which is excellent. That's excellent to me. I'm very excited to see Omega. I'm very excited to see that fight because I know the fight exists. I guess I'm excited to see Shinryu, but we'll see where that leads us because Shinryu seems like he's going to be a little bit of a pain. Yojimbo shows up in the expansion, or at least quote-unquote Yojimbo shows up in the expansion. I'll most likely be running through it as Samurai. I need to find a good level 70 Samurai drip. I need to find a good... Well, I guess I could probably use my 62 gear. Maybe... No, I might buy a crafted 70 set of Samurai gear, and I'll just find a glam that I like. One hell of a fight. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. It sounds about what I would expect. I think, and this is probably where it's going to turn. This is probably where it's going to turn into the modern iteration of the game, where like Aroma Born, you have like Stone Vigil, right? You got Titan. You get Titan Qs all the time. You get Heavensward. I mean, you start getting like Ravana and stuff, and I mean it's fairly more of the same. Considering what I'm hearing of Shinryu, this might I feel like we're going to start seeing the modern iteration of the game take place, where you know. I've seen some weird mechanics in like Barrier Dungeons and stuff, and you know I've seen people talk about certain mechanics and stuff, and the game becoming challenging in a lot more aspects. I think this is where you're going to see a difficulty spike. It's Stormblood, I would argue, is going to see that difficulty spike, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure, and you know I'm going to be looking at it as, is there going to be a difficulty spike? Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. Is there going to be a difficulty spike? Is there going to be a learning curve increase? Is there going to be increased expectations on the players, right? Where the fights and combat pick up. So we'll probably see a learning curve and a difficulty increase, difficulty spike. We'll probably see that, which I welcome. I mean, I think I'm mechanically getting to the point that like, I mean, you're seeing me like miss rotations and stuff, but it's like, part of me is I can't like go 2 sentences without yawning right now. Second, it's like, you know, I mean, I'm familiar enough with the base systems that I'm ready to pick it up a little bit more. Only came in at Endwalker. I was really soft to get Endwalker to them. Right, but what I'm saying in regards to those specifically is like Endwalker variant dungeons are current content. That is current Final Fantasy XIV until Dawn Trail releases, right? And so I've seen it was a DDR floor of like line AoEs and stuff, line attacks, and it's like, I don't know as a black mage how you're supposed to anchor and do that. I have no fucking idea. I guess you're just tanking damage. Definitely where is what?
Anchoring is death.
Ah, yeah. So you just don't do that. You don't pick black mage for that fight. It seems. Yeah. Animal Crossing it. Yeah, I mean there's still glams and stuff like that. No, I thought this was neat. Like, no, I mean it. The logic stands. Once you get past Aroma Born, the game picks up. And it does help that Heavensward is a very strong expansion. At least remember roughly 4.4. Man, like... God, Shadowbringers is going to be interesting. See, like, I know Stormblood is, like, Japanland, is Japanese themed. I have jack all what Shadowbringers is, other than potentially going to an alternate world, which we already have mentioned alternate worlds. I have absolutely no idea where that's going to go, and I'm excited. After this point, I'm actually... Because I had the Dragon Song spoiled for me. I had Nidhogg and I had Horace Volgar spoiled for me. Way old in an old reaction that's no longer actually up on the channel. Just because YouTube TOS and, you know, content... anyways, but like I had that spoiled for me pretty early on. So now taking a look at it, a lot of it is sure. I know that Endwalker, you go to the moon. We even saw the moon in Heavensward when we was talking to the Warriors of Darkness. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Merry Christmas! Keep the amazing work, my friend. Did Final Fantasy 16. I'm trying to show support, my friend. Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I hope your friend's having a good time on his Final Fantasy VI stream. Fucking sick. You'll love it as long as others don't spoil it. I know Ronka exists. I need Ronka, my beloved. I need to get the 25 mil to buy the golden Ronka mount. That's actually been a goal of mine since I started ARR. That is 100% on my list to do. Heavensward's current content. Didn't play for years until some of Shadowbringers released. Yeah, no, it's like Shadowbringers sounds like it was a huge reinvigoration for the game. Did my cry for I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up with chat. Yeah, no, get some good sleep. Yes, the golden pot of Scree. I love him. Ronka pot is amazing. Dragging me to Saskatchewan for a week leading up to Christmas. Just make sure you bring something like a good book or, you know, like a Switch or something like that. Keep yourself busy. You'll get through it. I believe in you. Get out of the starting city when I started 14. I feel that. 14 was... 14's interface is intuitive, but there's not as much as RuneScape, right? Like if I hopped on RuneScape 3 right now, even old school RuneScape, there's a lot of fucking interface to RuneScape. 14's not that interface level, right? It's not that cluttered. However, there's still a lot of interface to 14. There's still a lot of things that come at you really quick. And it's like, read these tooltips. And it's just like, you have to close a bunch of them and start finagling around with shit. And I still don't even know what half my buttons in my menus do, being completely honest. Like, I actually really don't. I don't actually know what is it, duty recorder? No idea what the hell that does. But I mean, like, I can play the game on a functional level without it, so, I mean, eh. Look at me, I'm stuck with current content. Yeah, I'm very excited to get to Endwalker. I'm very excited. If anything, I mean, I can just continue blitzing this till I get to Endwalker. And at the very least, I can get to Endwalker, do it with Black Mage. And I should probably not actually do it with Black Mage, actually, now that I think about it. Because Black Mage is 90. I can do post Endwalker as Black Mage, because I'm caught up. I want my Black Mage relic weapon. That's the big thing. I want my relic weapon.
You'll get that. Don't worry about that. You'll have
Yeah, no, you just buy it with tombstones. Like, yeah, we've talked about that. I want big weapon so I can just
Your big thing, you have to do all of the Hildebrand to get it.
Oh damn! You mean I have to play the damn game?
You have to do content.
Yeah. Oh darn. Day one content fun as hell. Same as Endwalker. Like, well, because we have. When was Dawn Trail? Was Dawn Trail slated to launch next year, 2024?
July.
I mean, in 6 months, I could, if I blitz, and this is making sure I balance with React content, sleep, actually doing things, you know, to alleviate burnout. I mean, as long as I just keep going ham, you know, we're going like streams, we're going entire patches, right? I think I'll be fine. 12-hour drive, oof, yeah. More weapon per weapon, yeah. No, Dawn Trail is going to be interesting because, I mean, this is actually probably going to come out after the Dawn Trail release because I'm actually weeks ahead on Final Fantasy Fridays uploads. I'm weeks ahead on that. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of FanFest. And the fact that knowing that we're on the moon in Endwalker, it's like, how do we get to Dawn Trail? But I mean, also, like, the last patch seems to, well, so it's patch 0.4 and 0.5 start segueing you into the next content, the next expansion. And so I'm assuming there's, and this is, I can't partake in any of this discussion. I'm just bringing it up, right? Like, and then you had this last one, which was, 3.55/3.56, right? However you want to label it. And that was a full patch, which led into, oh, cool, we're going to Stormblood now. We're going to the Far East. So my question to the people that have actually played this, and this is a discussion, once again, I can't partake in, is what did you see in 5.4? Is it 5? No, sorry, 6.4 and 6.5. And even if, did we have a 6.55? Do we have one, Rev?
I have no idea where we're going at with updates.
Let's just say 6.4 and 6.5, right? What happened in 6.4 and 6.5 that would have led us into Dawn Trail. And that's, once again, for you that have already experienced the story, to discuss amongst yourselves. 6.55 is January. Oh, we still have more Endwalker. I actually didn't know that. So we still could...
more update.
Okay, so we can still... That means we had another frontline update before Dawn Trail.
No, we have the finale of Relic Weapons.
Oh, that's fair. Come back on box day. Who's this Kizanik chicken guy? That'd be me. Superstar. I hear Superstar Saga is good. Still more Endwalker. We'll probably see then in 6.55, and this is just hearing how they structure their patches going forward, right? 6.55 will probably have some kind of Dawn Trail tie-in, which would tie in with us getting FanFest, and then we get Endwalker update, and then we can kind of see, okay, yeah, this is where we're going. Like, I can see where some of them, like some of these patches were staggered throughout, right? Because generally it begins with like a narrator, right? So I'm very curious what Endwalker is going to bring for you guys. I'm super happy for the people that are caught up. Main bit of segue for us, Dawn Trail. Right, that's what I'm saying, is that it's a main segue. Ninja Man, thank you for the follow. Is that it's going to be the main segue into Dawn Trail for a lot of players, for players that are caught up with current content. And we're going to see, you know, we might see like people like Lucy Pyre hop on in. We'll probably see Joe Cat not do J Omega for a few streams. And then he'll, you know, hop on, do the 6.55 stuff. And then there'll be some discussion on, hey, what's going to happen in Dawn Trail. Like, there's going to be a lot of news. I hear that there's a content drought up when you're in current content. And, you know, I could totally see that. If you have every class maxed, right? Like, even if you don't do crafting, if you have every job maxed, right? And you're just like, what are you waiting for, right? You're just waiting on the story, you're waiting on the new dungeon or whatever. But if you have the drip you want, you got the gear you want, until you're waiting for next expansion, there's not really a whole hell of a lot to do. And I could totally see that. And that's where I start, like, in RuneScape, right? How, you know, I've taken on Zuck, need to build up my skill setting, and I just having trouble balancing 14 streams and RuneScape streams. Like, how I've had stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, no, at that point, I mean, just help new players. Not that I'm a crafter by any means, right? But yeah, like, do your... Sometimes you just gotta do your community service roulettes and stuff. Luigi Superstar Saga Kip. It's Switch Online. I actually didn't know it was on. I can't remember what's on Switch Online anymore. I've been debating on going through some of those though. I mean, I pay the subscription to it. Is the avatar bug because your eyes are closed and only open briefly? It could also be. It could also actually be that my eyes are actually just that shut. It could also be my camera. I'm not entirely sure. I think I was looking. Yeah, I was looking down on my mic this whole time. So yeah, on the GBA. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I don't know. Like I'm also actually tired, so I can't. It's either my mic or two. I don't know. I can't fix it right now. We're just gonna roll with this now. So.
Okay, we ball?
Yeah, fuck it, we ball. I don't fucking know. No, TLDR. It was good. It was good. And players get access to this on their free trial. I don't remember what trial accounts are limited to. I know they can't like trade and stuff. I know they can't like world chat and stuff. But I mean, like if you're trying 14, I mean, you get if you can make it through ARR, I mean, you get access to this. So that's kind of fun. Big EP energy, apparently. All right. How do we... I think we've talked enough on that. Oh, we didn't get a cutscene after this. So we're going to finish the Far Edge of Fate. And then we're going to swap over to... Because I need to actually grind a couple more things. Alpha Nova surprised me what came to pass Gridon. You only 8 tasks now to rest. Combo for the storm. Lisa's choosing her path and her friends. We must do what we can to support her choice. We're fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Ganya, we have little choice but to fight. It's not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those who might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence, correct? Everyone look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the Tyranny Empire, as I rather suspect do you. Alright, and that's it. That is Heavensward in a nutshell. But yeah, no, have a good one. Stormblood trailer tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, I don't. My eyes are now driving me nuts. I don't know why my camera is deciding they don't want to work. Probably rub my eyes and it probably shut them. Heroes will soon come to the sense of it must be ready to face the retribution. Because I'm not truly done with Heavensward yet. There's a couple other things I have to do. Hi, Robon. And brace myself against the charge of the Bull of the Alamigo, not to know if it will dislodge me. Is he gonna see Ilberd? His body's still around here somewhere, but it could have been destroyed in the destruction. Very well, Ilberd. I will take the homeland back. For the both of us, yeah? I mean, he has the ability to now. This opportunity has been opened up to him. The Garlean Empire? What is this? Oh, this is going to be in the Far East. The Viceroy scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Erzine Alliance. And for Omega and the unknown icon continues. Though both here lose, the battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces to search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Oh, this is the nearest, near Alamiga. For you, my lord, did not intend. Your will be done. Not even as cool as Gaius. Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be more interesting. Most interesting. That armor's got to be uncomfortable. Grin. Chagrin. Far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold the crimson hue. The dawn of liberation. A gathering storm of blood. I was expecting more from that, actually. All right. And that will be that. Thank you for watching. If you're on the Kip TV channel, if you're on stream, stick around. However, if you're on the Kip TV channel, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the ending of this. And the next time we'll dive into the rest of what we have in terms of Heavensward in order to properly finish it out. So, thank you. And I will see you all on the TV channel.